one of the facing hems to this edge. I use a selvage, okay? And it's because I'm not matching, but you are matching, so you will be cutting internally into your fabric, and you cannot really use a selvage. Okay. Be careful about selvages too. A lot of shirts, it's been kind of an understood when you're not matching to use a selvage. This even isn't the most stable looking selvage, but anyway, it's not pulling or anything like that, but it's pretty hairy. Okay, so you must either serge or do a 1/4 turn under on this edge. Okay, all right, just want to warn you before we continue on, okay, because this is not a matching. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to feed dog ease this sleeve into the armhole. Okay. All right, let's see now. I got two notches here. That means it goes to a back bodice. Okay, you can make sure your notches match. Okay. Okay, so here I'm put your sleeve seam. Oh, are we off? Oh, slow, delayed action here. Maybe the storm hit. Okay. All right. So paranoid here, you know. Okay. So we put the sleeve, and there's approximately 1/2 inch of ease. It's just much less than the one we did on the muslin. Okay. And we have these givens, which is the notches here. The top of the sleeve is a notch, and if you look on your yoke, there is a notch, and that's the top of the sleeve. Okay, so all the givens are there, and you have to ease it in. Okay, and you got to think, because that's you're going to be doing it the feed dog, that the most of it you want to put most of the ease on the top of the cap here. Okay, it's only 1/2 inch, so you can really run it through fast. All right. Okay, you remember feed dog ease, huh? So we're gonna, and this is 5/8 seam allowance. Okay, everything is 5/8 except for the hem allowances and the collar and the neckline that the collar is sewn into. Okay, so all right, now we sew this on. Okay, so everything up to your notches really don't need to be eased. Okay. And then now I have my cap and the top of the yoke notch. Okay, and don't start easing too much at where the underarms are. Just kind of save it until you get about halfway. And you got to remember too that your armholes are concave and your sleeve is convex, so you really you know, working against each other, and you have to make sure your cut lines are matching. Okay, so all right, now so you want to pull on your armhole as you're feeding in your sleeve cap. And every so often I check to see how much. There's not much to fit in there, but it goes. There's a little bit. Okay.
So you want to pull the top one?
You pull the top because it's the shorter one. Okay. And I only need like 1/4 inch more, so I'm really not working that hard. Okay. Okay, 1/4 inch more. So I'm just gonna pull on the top piece so it kind of lines up with the sleeve. And here we go. Okay, so that's matching. Okay, now come the other way. Okay, so it's not that much that you have to do. And since this is the top of the cap, I'm going to kind of see if I can get most of that ease down. And now I'm going to take a look and see how the rest of it is going to fit in. Ooh, this one seems a little more. Okay.
So you don't really start using them until you get to your
Yeah, you want it to get most of it on the top of the sleeve. Okay. Yeah. And so at the same time, trying to get your 5/8 seam allowances to be matching. Okay. Well, it seems like this ought to happen more. How come? Oh. This pattern notches were not that good. Alrighty. Sometimes I need to overhaul my patterns. Okay, so 3 doggies.